Overcoming shyness to control fear. Video 5 of 5. Was Mom right? Is talking to strangers bad? First, I want to say that if you haven't seen the first 4 videos, please go back and watch them and apply the techniques. You'll need them for your next assignment. As always, I'll wait here for you. For those of you who have made it this far, I'd like to say, congratulations. You've taken a huge step. You should be very proud of yourself. At this point, you should be comfortable talking to the people in your local stores. You may even have talked to the same person more than once, especially if it's a store that you go to often. This has been great practice for you, and I'm a firm believer of practice makes perfect. Tiger Woods didn't get to be the golfing pro that he is just by picking up a golf club one day and swinging. He spent years perfecting his game. He still spends time practicing and refining his skills. You should be doing the same. Here's how you can keep your skills sharp. You need to challenge yourself by talking to strangers. Now, I know this goes against everything your parents told you as a kid, but in this case, it will help you. I'm going to use specific examples from my own experience to give you a sense of how this really works. Every situation may be different, and this may not always go as you plan. The goal is to keep trying, keep practicing, and keep your confidence up. Here's some stories from my past and how I handled them. I go to a local coffee shop on a fairly regular basis. I know most of the people who work there and see most of the same customers. There's one customer who comes in each time that I'm there. I've never talked to him before. However, I know that he's an electrician from his uniform. We recently had a very bad snowstorm, and I saw him a few days later. I decided to just start a conversation with him just to break the ice. As we were both waiting for our orders, I turned to him and I said, "So, you guys been busy with this last storm?" "That's it. Simple question." He said, "Not as bad as you would think. The hurricane we had a few months ago kept us busy for weeks." So, with that one question, I broke the ice, got him to engage in a conversation, and now I have a way to engage him each time I see him. My follow-up to him was, "Wow, I figured you guys be busy for the next week or more. Do you work for the company or do you own it?" "I work for the company. The owner lives on Salem Street." "I know where that is. I drive by his house on my way to work. I see the truck there every day." He's been out on calls all week. Again, engaging him with these questions about his business or his employer led to a longer conversation. During this brief, less than 5-minute conversation, I learned the last storm wasn't as bad for this electrician as I thought. He works for the company, didn't own it. The owner lives near my house, and now I have a contact if I ever need an electrician. The next time I see him, I'll be able to have another conversation and build on that initial engagement. So here's one more story from a recent summer vacation. My wife and I spend a week at the beach not too far from where we live. One day, we were near the center of town, which is right on the beach itself. I saw this guy with a leash. Couldn't see the dog, it was behind a sand dune, but I could see the guy. You could not miss him. He had massive muscles, had to be over 6.5 feet tall, a true bodybuilder. Not someone you'd mess with. As he got closer, I finally could see the dog coming around the sand dune. You'd expect a large, tough-looking breed like a Rottweiler or a Bull Mastiff, but I was wrong. Instead, it was a tiny Chihuahua, smaller than a cat. And in my head, I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at the guy or the dog. I was laughing because my expectation of the dog was completely different from what I saw. I decided I had to talk to the guy. As we got closer to each other, I simply said, "I like your dog." Surprisingly, he was very gracious, and he stopped and talked for a few minutes. The conversation went something like this. "I like your dog." "Thanks." "How old is he or she?" "He's 3. His name is Bruiser." "Bruiser. Perfect name for him." "Yeah, he's tougher than he looks. Takes on dogs 10 times his size." "I don't doubt it." "But he's a sweetheart to other people. You can pat him if you want." "I don't know. I think Bruiser could take me out, but I guess I'll take my chance." I scratched Bruiser on the head and then said, "Thanks, it was awesome talking to you. Have a great day." We walked off in separate directions and I never saw him again. The point of both of these stories is that in your everyday interactions, you have an opportunity to talk to a ton of people. The more you put yourself out there and meet people, the more confident you'll be when you have to speak in front of them. This entire process has been to build your confidence. Now, I'm not saying that you'll be able to get up in front of 1,000 people and give the greatest speech ever heard. What I'm saying is that the next time you have to give a presentation at work or school, that you'll be more confident. Here's some of the things you should take away from this entire process. Number 1, you are worth talking to and listening to. Keep repeating this to yourself each time a doubt creeps into your mind. You need to have the right mindset inside to portray confidence on the outside. Number 2, you should be confident in breaking the ice with anyone you meet. You know how to start a conversation with people, so use it every day. You are given many opportunities throughout your day to use this skill, so don't let it go to waste. Number 3, you should have the skills to engage anyone you meet. You now know how to start a conversation with anyone without having to prepare for every situation, and how to extend that conversation. It's called thinking on your feet, and it's a great skill to have. If you can take away those 3 items from this exercise, then you're well on your way to controlling your public speaking fear. Now, I have another resource for you that may also help you in your quest to control your fear. It's a book called Public Speaking Without Panic. Here's a shot of the cover. It's a compilation of the tips, tricks, and techniques that I used for years to help me control my public speaking fear. It's available from Amazon. You can order it through the www.publicspeakingwithoutpanic.com website, or if you want to go directly to Amazon, there's a shortcut. It's bit.ly/public speaking book, bit.ly/public speaking book. Even if you don't have an Amazon Kindle, you can still download and read the book with the free readers available for Windows, Mac, or other tablet devices. If you get the book, I'd love to see a review on Amazon about it. Go back and let me know. Let me know if you liked it, found it useful, or may have helped someone else you know. Again, the direct Amazon link is bit.ly/public speaking book. I hope you found this exercise enjoyable and useful. And until next time, keep talking. You can reach me at dan@publicspeakingwithoutpanic.com. Again, the website is www.publicspeakingwithoutpanic.com, and that direct Amazon link for the book is bit.ly/public speaking book. This is Dan saying, speak well.